It is time for some sweet little small shawls. I've been working on a lot of big blankets. That huge marled magic blanket that I was working on over the winter have been flowing off the needles, and I needed a little palette cleanser. So I wanted to design another sequel to last year's Small Shawls ebook collection because these projects just take a weekend or a week to knit. So small and really a palette cleanser in between those larger projects. So we're gonna have 4 new small shawl patterns, and they're all quite quick to make with just 1 skein or 2 skeins of yarn. And the first one is this dancing droplet skinny scarf. This is a similar size to the Dustland skinny scarf if you made that pattern. That was with knit purl textures. This is with 1 variegated skein of yarn, and it's perfect for showing off those really high contrast variegated colors because the droplet stitch gathers the stitches together. So it's like a pool of color with those variegated yarns. It's really fun to knit with, and you just need 1 skein of DK weight yarn. I used Twisted Ambition's Wicked DK for this sample, and it's just long enough to drape over the shoulders, and you can wrap it around once and let the tails hang, or when it gets a little warmer or gets a little cooler, you can warm up by tying it in a little knot. I like putting it off to the side like that. So 1 skein will make this a sideways skinny scarf. This will be the first pattern in the ebook, and it's also available as an individual PDF. So as these come out, if you just want 1 or 2, you can get the individual pattern or collect the full ebook, which will have 4 patterns sent as updates. So by the end of August, we'll have all the patterns released, and you'll have some bite-sized little gift knits to knit. So with 1 skein of DK weight, if you do a solid color, that's gonna be very crisp with that droplet texture. But what I was really thinking about with this droplet stitch pattern is these types of variegated colors. This is Marshes from Life in the Long Grass DK, and this is Smolder from Life in the Long Grass DK. So any of those DK skeins where you see something really light and really saturated, that saturated moment is gonna make a little cluster in that droplet stitch. And then the light moments will also have a little cluster. So it's the perfect type of pattern to really showcase those crazy variegated yarns. And sometimes they get really busy in different stitch patterns, but the droplet stitch pattern is a stitch that really benefits those high contrast variegated skeins. This was the Earth colorway from Twisted Ambitions, and Ross dyes so many great variegated and speckled colors. There's some great peaches and pinks and purples for you to choose from. So that's the first pattern that you'll get in the ebook. And then let's look at a sneak peek at some of the ones to come. So when you get the ebook, you'll be getting a little brioche scarflet. This is a really nice skinny crescent shaped scarflet, and it just flew off my needles. I worked on this for just a few days, working on it every evening. And this, I had some leftovers of my yarn. I didn't use the full skeins, but I used 1 skein of Ching Fibers Teddy. This is a wool boucle, hand-dyed wool boucle from Ching Fiber. This is the Canyon colorway, and I think that would look really nice with a gray or a dusty blue. Or maybe if you wanted to pull that orange tone, maybe with cardamom. This could be really nice with Canyon, the cardamom. So this is with DK weight, and you'll need 1 skein of each color. I used Walk Collection's Wild Orchid colorway for that purple. Walk Collection Merino DK. And I had leftovers of each color, and it made this really nice long shape, this Brioche Chevron scarflet. It starts really teeny tiny at the corner, and then you have a decrease in the center of the shawl, a double decrease, or it's a quadruple decrease in brioche. And there's a video that shows that technique link for that centered quadruple decrease. It's a 4-stitch decrease. So that was a new technique that I haven't done yet. So I tried it out on this Brioche Chevron scarflet, and I put up a video tutorial that you can learn that. And there's a beautiful smocked shawl coming. This is gonna come in 2 sizes. This is the small size. So there's gonna be a really nice twisted rib texture for you to try. The small size is really nice for a once around wrap. And it's a nice triangle shape that's not too deep. So a quick project knitted with 2 skeins of bicycle, or 100 grams total of Westwool bicycle. You could use 100 grams of hand-dyed yarn as well for that main color. And I held together a glow hair. So there's a mohair halo with this sample. You could do it with or without the mohair, but all of our kits will have some glow hair color palettes for you to choose from. For the small size, 2 bicycle, 2 glow hair. This is North Sea, and this is our bicycle mallard colorway. Really beautiful and heathered. Oh no, this one's pine. This one's pine. Mallard. Ooh, mallard's a little bit more green. But yeah, they're really similar. Yeah, this one's pine. This one's a little bit darker. Ooh, there we go, but quite similar. Yeah, mallard was the color I used. It's a little bit more green and a little bit lighter to melt with that North Sea colorway. I love that glow hair. Let's see, what would be, this would be a really nice color. This is Lagoon. Ooh. Yeah, here's Lagoon and Bicycle. This is a more blue version. I think that would be very radiant with the smocked stitches. And you could hold that together with the North Sea as well. This blue-green. I really like holding different shades of glow hair together with the bicycle. It gives this shadowy tint. So the colors are very similar, but just a little bit different to give that highlight and shadow in the fabric. So this is the small size. There's a larger size that's going to be longer in the pattern, and it'll be quite a bit deeper down to here in the center. But for the small shawl version, you can knit the small size to get this beautiful shape. So those are 3. I'm working on the final one. There's going to be a 4th pattern that you'll get as an update towards the end of August, and we'll scatter these updates. So about every week or so, you'll get a surprise PDF update in your inbox. But as soon as you sign up for that ebook, you'll get this first dancing droplet skinny scarf. Really fun projects to try some new colors. Maybe you have that single skein in your stash or a little color combo that you don't know what to knit with. These are those small types of projects that are quick, easy, pick your favorite color, and you'll be finished in a flash. So these are all on Ravelry for the downloads of the individual patterns and ebook, and at westknits.com we have that download available for you. And as these new little scarflets and small shawls come out, we'll have some fun color combos and kit recommendations for you to get inspired. So I hope you love this new collection, the sequel to last year's Small Shawls ebook, and happy knitting. I hope you like playing with those new stitch textures and learn a new technique or 2.